Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Wildcat Way. Today, we'll be interviewing two students who are part of the Advanced Opportunities Program. And how about you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Abigail Lee. I'm a senior here at Columbia High School. Some stuff I'm involved in is National Honor Society. I'm actually the treasurer of National Honor Society. I was a team captain on varsity soccer. I'm also an FCCLA and Skills USA, and I've been using advanced ops all throughout high school.
Are you Luke?
I am Luke. I am in the I'm also getting an associate's degree through Advanced Opportunities. I'm involved with the Certified Nursing Assistant program over at Skyview, and I did do sports for a while. I wasn't able to do them this year, but I did cross country for 6 years and track for 5 years. That's about it.
So you guys are pretty busy people, huh?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. I guess we'll start off by briefly discussing what Advanced Opportunities is. It's a program that gives public schools and students $4,625, and these funds can be allocated to overload courses, which you take not in classes, and dual credits, which you take within your own class. And you could also purchase exams like AP exams and and CTE programs too. That's what it's mostly used for, and workforce training. Okay, so I have some questions for you guys. So when did you start using your advanced op money? In high school?
Can I go first?
Yeah, I started freshman year. I used it mostly to pay. I was taking a few college classes through online through like IDLA, and I used it to pay for those. I used it to pay for my AP exams, any dual credit classes I took, and I've just been using it all for years in high school.
Luke?
I didn't really touch it freshman year, but I started sophomore year by just paying for the AP World exam, and then that class. And that summer, I started taking some online classes through CWI online, just through their own website. And I've taken a couple classes every semester since, with the exception of last summer.
So I was informed that you used all your funds. So how did you do that?
Well, there's $5 left. I guess I just started an associate's degree program. An associate's degree pretty well fills up all of it. It'll cover about 55 credits depending on, where you're at and what you're doing. So this semester that I'm paying for right now, there's 3 classes and a total of 7 credits, and those will be out of pocket just because I'm out. But advanced ops will cover 90% of it.
Would you say it's quite a workload to deal with?
You'd be surprised. A lot of the workload is self-discipline. It's recommended that you're spending about 2.5, 3 hours per credit at college per week, I mean. And so for your average 3 credit class, they advise that you spend about 7.5 to 9 hours a week. And if you're good with delegating your time and you're good with info retention, I've been able to narrow it down to 3 or 4, which is realistic-ish, I guess. So if you can do that, it's fine. It's not a huge deal. Just make sure you're driven, and anyone can do it. I'm sure you agree with me.
Yeah, you just have to find time for it, and it's commitment. It's not too bad. I mean, I can balance it with sports and clubs and work and stuff, so it's definitely possible. Like Luke said, it's just how much you discipline
Right.
Yeah,
Of course.
Can I have a question?
Yes.
What does it truly mean to have your associate's degree done by the time you graduate high school? How big is that? What does that mean for you, with school and college next for you guys?
Well, I can answer that with who got me into the program. Stern, I'm sure you know Trey Weaver. He graduated 3 years ago. He was a senior. He's a good friend of mine. and he was a bit better of a student than I am because he was a straight A student across the board. But he got his associate's degree, and he is up at Lewis and Clark, and he's been doing college up there. And they liked his associate's degree so much that they gave him so many scholarships that he is actually getting paid to go to college right now. So the scholarships and grants that he's getting right now are overfilling the amount of money that he owes the school. And so his groceries and his gas and his housing are all paid for. He was also able to land a job as a security guard as soon as he graduated. And he said that he was making well over $20 an hour. And he said that they were so impressed with him that as soon as they saw he had a degree on his application, they took out the rest of the applications and just hired him. They didn't even look at everyone else.
What does that mean for you, Abigail?
It just means I can do a lot more in college. Graduating with this associate's degree, I basically am starting as a junior, and I do want a double major. So that requires usually more schooling, but not for me. I plan to graduate within the 4 years, and I also want to study abroad for probably a year or so, and that just makes it possible. It makes it a lot easier to go more into my career and stuff like that.
Would you guys say it's easy to like sign up for these classes, dual credit classes?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely.
The entire process takes maybe 20 minutes. CWI's got their catalog available to all students. And
is it just CWI or is it?
that's what I use. I know that other colleges do it, but
Yeah.
I was just told about CWI, and 90% of my classes have been through them. But I've taken one through NNU, 2 through ISU, and 2 through CSI.
Okay. And I'm guessing like each different college has different courses under their dual credit, right?
Yeah. And from what I understand, as long as you remain within the state of Idaho, the credits will transfer pretty easily. There's no issue there.
So recently, kids aren't able to spend their funds on both dual credit and like AP exams. So how do you guys choose between those two, or do you just pay out of pocket?
You wanna go first, or do you want me to answer?
It kind of just depends on what way you want to go. I mean, AP exams and stuff, I think they transfer better just based on like that standardized testing. I personally like dual credit because I am not a good tester, and so basing all of my work on one test, I feel like is a lot of pressure on me, and a dual credit class will transfer the same way. But it's just a lot easier to do the class than it is to take. It's because the test is a pass or fail.
Right.
And so if
Like a 3 or higher, right?
yeah, 3 or higher. So
That's about how I feel. I actually haven't taken an AP test in a while.
pure world one.
Yeah, I took AP World. I did not pass it, by the way.
No one did.
But I took that. I tried opting out for the U.S. history one, and it didn't work. So I kind of just showed up. That was that. I didn't pass that one either because I wasn't really in it. I thought I had gotten out of it. And as for all of the other AP classes that Columbia offers, I've just swapped them out for dual credit online. Like English 102, that would have been AP Lang here, and I just took it online because there's no test.
So what you're saying is, if kids want to go to like an out-of-state college to do the AP tests because they're transferable easily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dual credit is just for
Dual credit is a lot easier to move around if you're in state.
right.
Mhm.
And I don't really know what I'm going to do quite yet. I just kind of want my degree. And I figure a degree is going to be pretty easy to move around too.
What advice would you give to kids like that are barely starting out with their funding?
Use all of it. Use all of your funding. This is free money that the state's giving you. You should use every penny of it, and you'll thank me in a couple of years. Get a degree if you want. Do it. It's easy-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the same. See what's available. Definitely look at. There's a lot of classes available. some credits you have to take in college, you could just get out of the way online. They're pretty easy. Counselors here are great. Talk to the counselors. They have a lot of information and they'll definitely help you. That's how I started. So
Well, guess we'll wrap it up here. And well, thank you for listening.
How about
Remember,
a college career counselor? Is that like a great person to go to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Easter here at Columbia and any of the high schools, would you say?
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're interested in getting an associate's degree through one of the colleges, they will assign you a counselor.
Mhm.
I meet with him about every 2-3 months just to get everything wrapped up. His name's Talon. Great guy. Shout out to him, by the way. But there's a lot of resources available, and you could get registration done in a weekend if you wanted.
just a reminder, we have school on Friday because of the holiday on Monday. So see you guys tomorrow.